In this video, we'll discuss about list comprehension, which is a very important concept in Python. And basically, it allows you to select elements of an existing list based on a condition and create a new list out of those elements. So let's start with coding. So let's say you got a list in Python, let's say number list, and this list consists of numbers between 1 to 10. Okay, so when I run this code, you will see that number list is created, and it has got 0 to 9, so 10 numbers. Now let's say if you wanted to create a new list out of this, and that list just should contain only even numbers. So there are two methods to do it. One is a longer method and one is a shorter method using list comprehension. So first I'll show you the longer method. Let's say if you wanted to create a list for even number list. All right, so you create an empty list, and then you iterate the existing list, which is number list. So you say for item in number list, if item is, if you can divide item by 2, if the modulus is 0, then that means it's an even number, in which case we will add the number, we will append the number to the even list. So append append item, right? So we have appended the item to the even list. Okay, so this should be number list. All right, so when I run this code, you will see that it will create an even list, even number list. I'll just correct the spelling. All right, so when I run this code, you will see even number list, new list is created, even number list, which contains only the even numbers. Now, this is a longer way to do it. You can do the same thing in just one line of code using a clever technique called list comprehension. So I'll just comment this code out, and I'll just do the same thing, and I'll show you how you can save a lot of code by doing the same thing using a list comprehension. So in list comprehension, the syntax is you say x for x in what is a number list. So number list for x in number list, right? If x module 2 equals 0. So basically what you are saying is here is that create a list, even list. So this is the syntax for the list comprehension. So you're saying x for x in number list. So you're basically iterating, and then you're putting this condition that only select the elements from the existing list, which is number list, if that element module 2 is equal to 0. So effectively meaning if that select all the elements from number list which are even numbers based on this condition, right? And put them in a new list called even number list. So I'll just delete all the variables and I run this code again, and you will see it has created an even list with all the even numbers in it. So this bit of code, so 4-5 lines of code you can do just in one line using list comprehension. You can, same way you can create a list of odd numbers, for example, odd numbers using list comprehension. And in this case I'll say just I'll change the condition. I'll say select all the elements from the number list in which the element is an odd number. And how do we know it's an odd number? If it satisfies this condition, which is that number a modulo 2 is not equal to 0. So when that number is divided by 2, the remainder should not be 0. And that will create your odd number list. So I'll just run this code, and you will see that there's a odd number list has been created, which contains all the odd numbers. Okay, I can show you one other example of list comprehension. So I'll just comment this out. Okay, so let's say you have got a list called data, all right? and that contains a string value. So let's say it contains um, different countries, so Australia, UK, USA, and Japan. All right, so now you want to create a new list, and you want to have only the countries with the word U in it. Okay, so you can say new list. All right, and we will use the data, we will use the list comprehension. So we'll say new list, and we'll say X for X in data. All right, X in data, and if we'll put a if condition, if we'll say character U in X. So basically what we are saying here is that um, take the list data which contains the list of countries, and select only the elements from that list which contains a character U, and put them in a new list. All right, so when I run this code, you will see that it has created a list called data with all the 4 countries, and it has created a new list with only the countries which contains U in the U in the um, um, in their name, they contains the value U. If you wanted to select the countries which contains, let's say, character A, so you could say A, just replace U by A, and again it's a list comprehension. You are saying select from the existing list all the elements which satisfy this condition, and this condition is that they should contain the character A in them. So when I run this new list, it should have Australia and USA. So when I run this list, you will see that the new list will have only 2 elements, Australia and USA. In case you are wondering that why Japan is not there, although Japan does contain A, it's because it's case sensitive. Right. Okay, thank you so much. So what we have covered in this tutorial is a very clever technique called list comprehension, which allows you to create a new list based on an existing list and applying some conditions to select only certain elements from an existing list. Thank you so much.